Hello students, I'm back with few more formulae and shortcuts of trigonometry, and I'm sure these will be helpful to you. First of all, we should learn few identities, and those are, I have written here, and you have to learn these identities, that sine to the power 4 theta plus cos to the power 4 theta is 1 minus 2 sine square theta cos square theta. There is a particular type of pattern formed here. Now look, sine to the power 6 theta plus cos to the power 6 theta is 1 minus 3 sine square theta cos square theta. And when power is 4, we get here 2. When power is 6, we get here 3. And now sine to the power 8 theta plus cos to the power 8 theta is, you can learn this, 1 minus, if this is 8, then is here I have 4 sine square theta cos square theta plus one more term, and that is obtained by just interchanging these 2 and 4. That is plus 2. This is how you can learn this. Very useful identities. Similarly, sine to the power 10 theta plus cos to the power 10 theta is 1 minus half of 10 is 5, and plus 5 sine to the power 4 theta cos to the power 4 theta. I think you can learn these. And what type of questions you get? As I already told you in my earlier videos, that whenever you have the value of sine plus cos, suppose let this be m, or you may have sine theta minus cos theta, from sum or from difference you can obtain product of sine into cos. And what we need here in all these identities, what we need sine into cos, sine into cos, sine into cos, sine to the power 4 into cos into power 4, again we need sine into cos. So that means we can obtain from here how? Just squaring. So what I get from here, if I square this, I get sine theta plus cos theta whole square, and on RHS I get m square. Now this comes out to be sine square theta plus cos square theta plus 2 sine theta cos theta is equal to m square, and you know that this is 1, and when I take to this to right hand side, then what I get from here, that the product of sine and cos comes out to be m square minus 1 upon 2, and now I can fill in any of these 4 identities. Okay, now what type of quotient I can get from this section? That is the expression of this type. Here sine to the power 4 is written, sine 4, sine 6, sine 6 is written. And now just I'm changing this, sine 3 pi by 2 minus alpha means this is in 3 pi by 2 is 270. And 3 pi by 2 minus alpha, this is 0, 90, 180, 270, and after completing one circle, we get 360 here. And as all of you know that sine 3 pi by 2 minus alpha means we are in third quadrant, and my answer comes out to be minus cos alpha. But here I have power even, so my answer is cos to the power 4 alpha. Okay, now I'm writing question here. That means this term comes out to be cos to power 4 alpha. Now what is next? 3 pi plus alpha. Sine 3 pi plus alpha is in which quadrant? 2 pi is of complete one circle, and then we have to move pi more. That means here, after completing one circle 2 pi, we need to move pi. That means we are here, and 3 pi plus means this is what 2 pi plus pi 3 pi, and 3 pi plus means again we are in third quadrant. And what we get from here, minus sine alpha, and here again I have even power, so this become This is equal to sine to the power 4 alpha. So I get this here. What next is written? Let's close this bracket 2, and what is written here? 3 pi by 2. So I'm writing it here. Sine 3 pi by 2 plus means 270 plus, that means we are in fourth quadrant, and my answer is minus cos of alpha. But again, I have power even here, that means we have even power, so this comes out to be cos to the power 6 alpha. That means this is cos to the power 6 alpha. Now what next is written here? Sine to the power 6, 5 pi minus alpha. And as all of you know that 5 pi means 2 pi is one complete, again 2 pi is another, that means 4 pi, and then if I take two complete circles, then that means 4 pi, and then this is 5 pi, but we have to trace 5 pi minus alpha. That means we are in second quadrant, and this comes out to be sine 5 pi minus alpha is sine alpha and power 6. So therefore this is, now what I get this. Now as I already told you that this is 1 minus 2 sine square alpha cos square alpha. And this is 1 minus 3 sine square alpha cos square alpha. Therefore 3 minus 6 sine square alpha cos square alpha, 2 minus 2, and minus 3 into minus 2 is plus 6. So I get my answer, that is 1. So first option is my answer. I think it's clear to you. Now next, few more form results. And what is written here? Minimum and maximum value of this type of expression. That means a sine theta plus b cos theta, or a sine theta minus b cos theta, or you can interchange the coefficients. That is a cos theta plus minus b sine theta. In all these four cases, this is your minimum value and this is your maximum value. Or you can write this as a sine theta plus minus b cos theta lies in between minus root of a square plus b square and plus root of a square plus b square. This is your minimum value and this is your maximum value. And you should also learn few of the Pythagorean triplets. And I think most of you know that these are few common Pythagorean triplets, and you have to keep in mind those are 3, 4, 5. That means 3 square plus 4 square, 9 plus 16 is equal to 5 square, 25. Same 5, 12, 13, 6, 8, 10, 7, 24, 25, 8, 15, 17, 20, 21, 29, and so on. But these are few common, you should keep them in your mind. Now look, I have to find the maximum and minimum value of this quotient, and here you can take this as A and this as B. So this is a Pythagorean triplet, so my answer is, you know that this lies in between 7's a square plus b square, root of minus a square plus b square is the minimum value, and this is the maximum. This is minus 25, this plus 20, root of. So minus 5 is the minimum value and plus 5 is the maximum value. Okay. What next? We can this also. We can get this quotient also. And this again we do from the previous formula. That means you have to find that this kind of expression lies in between two values. And first of all, we have to solve this. That is, I solve this by doing this. 5 cos theta plus 3 cos theta plus pi by 3. I'm solving this part. You know that Cos A plus B is cos A, cos B minus sin A, sin B. And this is 5 cos theta, 3. Cos 60 degrees 1 by 2, sin 60 degrees root 3 by 2. Now this comes out to be 5 cos theta plus 3 by 2 cos theta and minus 3 root 3 by 2 sin theta. I have just opened the bracket, and now you have to separate the coefficient. Coefficient of cos theta is here 5 plus 3 by 2, and coefficient of sin theta is minus root 3 by 2. So that means this is my A and this is my B. And minimum value of this part is, this comes out to be 13 by 2 after solving, taking the LCM. So that means minimum and maximum value of this is minus root of A square plus B square. Let's make it more clear for you. This is 13 by 2 whole square, minus sign here, plus 3 root 3 by 2 whole square. And here maximum, this is minimum, 13 by 2 whole square plus 3 root 3 by 2 whole square. This is 169 plus 27 upon 4, that is 196 upon 4. And this is minus 14 upon 2. This is whole square of 14 and so on. Now what I get, that means minus 7 and plus 7. Minus 7 and plus. But your question is this. You have to add 3. I have solved only this part. And your question contains plus 3 here. So that means add 3 throughout. And when you add 3 throughout, what we get? So this is what this expression lies in between. My quotient lies in between two values, and those are 4 and 10. Okay. Now one more result, very important result, and you have to keep in mind that whenever you get this kind of expression, that means cos theta plus sin theta is equal to 1. What I conclude from here, that cos and sin have same coefficient, that is 1 here and 1 here. Or you may get this also with same coefficient. Instead of plus, I can write here minus also. Suppose this kind of expression you get. That means both have same coefficient with same sign or with opposite sign. In all the cases, here coefficient is 1, here coefficient is 3 and minus 3, same in magnitude. In these type of cases, you have to divide, when you have same coefficient, you have to divide both the sides by root 2. Why? Because as all of we know that sine and cos theta at 45 degree gives value 1 by root 2. So we can convert this into identity. Again, we have two ways. You can write this as, depending upon quotient, you can replace this by cos pi by 4. Then you have to replace this by sin pi by 4. And what I get, this is cos A cos B plus sin A sin B, that is cos of A minus B. And in terms of cos, I can write this as cos of pi by 4. And now equating angles, or using the formula of general solution of trigonometry, you can find theta. Here I am finding only one case, principal solution. So what I get from here, theta is here 90 degree. So what we get from here, whenever we have same coefficients of cos and sine in an equation of this type, that means with magnitude, only they have same quantities in magnitude. You may get minus sign here. In that case, you have to divide, you can take 3 common and take this 3 to that side, then the coefficients become 1 and minus 1. This is how you have to do this. Now, what we concluded, that in this case, we have to divide both the sides by root 2. So one more thing, and that is, instead of this, if you have this, or you may have this, for both the cases, if one of them, that is one of either cos or sine, coefficient root 3, another have coefficient 1 or minus 1, then in this case you have to divide both the sides by 2. Why? Now you can judge. One more thing, I changed this into this. You can also change this expression by taking 1 by root 2 as sine pi by 4 cos theta, then this 1 by root 2 as cos pi by 4 sine theta, just depending upon quotient. Now you can write this as sine A cos B plus sine B cos A. That means sine of A plus B. And you can write this 1 by root 2 as sine 1 by sine pi by 4. Now equating angles, we get theta is equal to, okay. So there are two ways to solve this. Now here, what you have to do, you have to divide both the sides by 2. Now again we have two ways. We can write this as cos of 30 degree. Then we have to write this as sine of 30. That's again on depending upon the quotient. Okay. Now this is cos A cos B plus sine A sine B minus sine A sine B, that is cos of A plus B, and this you can replace by cos of 60 degree. Now what? Angle is equal to angle, or in terms of n, general solution you can again use here. So that is theta is equal to 60 minus 30, so your answer is 30 degree from here. Now another method, you can also replace this root 3 by 2 by sine of 60 degree. Then this 1 by 2 comes out to be cos 60. And this is sine A cos B minus sine B cos A. So here you get sine of A minus B. And on right hand side, this is sine of 30 degree. Now from here you can find the angle. You take this to this side. So theta comes out to be here 30 degree. I think it's clear to all of you. Now next, what type of quotient you get from this part? If you have to find the value of Okay, now what you have to find the value. I have written the value. Now look, how do you do this? This is reciprocal because sec is 1 upon sine 20, 1 upon cos 20, and when you take LCM, so this comes out to be root 3 cos 20 minus sine 20 upon sine 20 into cos 20. Now we get the expression of this type, that coefficient of cos is root 3 and coefficient of sine is minus 1. So as I already told you, you have to divide numerator by 2 and denominator by 2, or you can write multiply and divide numerator by 2. So that comes out to be this. And I can get a hint from this question. That means we have to convert this numerator into sine of a minus b. How? Because in denominator there is sine 20 into cos 20, and we have one formula of this type, that 2 sine theta cos theta is sine 2 theta. Therefore, now my next step is I write this root 3 by 2 as sine 60 cos 20 and cos 60 sine 20, and in denominator this is sine 20 cos 20. Now what I have told you, that this reduces to sine of a minus b, that is sine of 40 degree, and in denominator if I divide and multiply denominator by 2, so I can use this formula here. So that means in numerator is sine a cos b minus sine b cos a, that is, and in denominator I multiply and divide this denominator by 2. So what I get, in numerator I get sine 40, in denominator this comes out to be sine 40, and this goes in numerator. That means my answer is 4 here. So now you have to follow these results and formula to solve more questions. So I'll be back with more shortcuts and formula. So in order to get latest update, please subscribe the channel Method Wise. Please share and like it. Thank you.